All right, reacting to more of the news of the president of Venezuela, former president, has been arrested and caught by the U.S. military, the great United States military, the only military in the world that could pull something like this. Totally a boss move, just going into your country and just snagging your president alive without any casualties. Just perfect execution by our military. Man, at times like these makes you proud to be an American. Unless you're a Democrat, then you're just, you're not with reality. You just live in your own world and you're just a bad person. And not every Democrat is that way. As you can see right here, John Fetterman came with a tweet grateful for our U.S. military personnel that handled these orders in Venezuela with precision. Yes, it was very accurate, well planned by the Trump administration. I mean, just applaud for them. People are saying, "Oh, this is gonna be World War III." Now, this ain't gonna be World War III, guys. Venezuelan does not want the smoke, and besides, the majority of Venezuelan people actually are happy about this. We actually did those people a favor, and there's a lot of people who are actually grateful. But of course, we got the liberals and the Democrats who, hate every single thing Trump does. Even though the majority of it is good, they always have to find a reason why it is bad, which it's not bad at all. This is actually a really good thing that happened, and it was a great strategy and plan by the Trump administration. Well thought out, too, and I want to give credit where credit's due. This is Decoy, man. Go check out his channel. We're just going to react to his channel a little bit, but I do like this tweet here by Fetterman. He goes on to say, "I maintain that we have the strongest and most lethal military in the world today." Proves that even more. Yeah, absolutely. Now, John Fetterman, he's a Democrat. But you know what? I like him. As a conservative and a Republican, I can say I like John Fetterman. He makes some good points. Now, do I agree with everything that John Fetterman says about like how to make our nation better? No, I don't. Obviously, but he's a Democrat, but he's an old school Democrat. He represents what old school Democrats used to be back in the day before they went woke, right? And I was fine with these types of Democrats. I wish there were more Democrats like this Democrat, John Fetterman. Again, I don't agree on everything. We do not. I do not agree with everything he has said in the past. He probably wouldn't agree with me, but at least he's willing to sit down, have the conversation. If we do disagree, we can share those ideas back and forth. You don't get called a racist by him, or you're just like a terrible human being just because you're on a different side. He'll actually sit down and have those conversations, but a lot of his opinions I do agree with. This happens to be with him. I think he's a common sense Democrat. I wish there were more Democrats out there like John Fetterman. So I do like John Fetterman, even though he's a Democrat, because he makes logical sense sometimes, right? And he just seems like a good, nice guy all around, man. I just wish more Democrats were like John Fetterman. But this is a great thing that happened for our country, and more importantly for the country of Venezuela. Is all those people's going to have all their freedoms back. And, only time will tell right now. The VP of that guy, she got sworn in. So, I don't know if she's going to be the new leader. She's probably a communist, too. I don't know what they're planning. They want the immediate release, but that's not going to happen. Why would she even ask for that in the first place? Like, we just captured the president. You're a president, and now you're going to ask for his immediate release? Like, girl, are you tripping? Too many shots to the dome. I don't know what she's thinking by asking that. We just caught this guy. Of course, we're not letting him go. Okay, he's going to face justice for the crime against your people, and she is totally dropping the ball. She needs to get on board here, like really. And I don't even know the woman at all, but she's just the VP. you figured if she would want to gain support by the Venezuelan people. I know I messed up the country's name, but she wants support by them. You know, the majority of Venezuelans actually appreciate this a lot and are actually happy. The majority. So I don't know why she's not. And I believe that, okay, let's say if she wasn't on board before they took him, right? If what Trump says, which I think she was aboard, but for whatever reason now she's flipping. But even if she wasn't, you know, that would be Trump just giving her a leg. Like, hey, we're saying you were involved in this. We know the majority of Venezuelans are happy people, which they should be. Right? We're trying to give you an out here, and she don't want to take it, you know what I mean? But I don't know what's going on, but I do like this tweet by Senator Jane Free Fetterman. Now, hopefully, you know, Decoy don't give me a copyright strike for using this content. I hope he don't mind, but yeah, let's just jump straight into the video.
That senator did speak up on behalf.
Yeah, but I agree with that statement 100%. We do have the strongest and most lethal military in the world. In the world, guys. We're number one for a reason. All right. So I don't know why Democrats are crying, oh, this is going to start World War III, or those people saying this is going to start World War III. No, this is not going to start World War III. Nobody's going to be sticking their neck out for Venezuela. That I can promise you. Oh, we did it for the oil. We did it for the oil. No, we took down the tyrant and a communist that was controlling his and dictating his people. I mean, supposedly, you know, Democrats and liberals, you know, they hate dictators. This guy was a dictator. So we took him out of power. You should be happy. And if you're not happy about what went down, be happy that nobody in our military got hurt, right? That's the big thing that I am blown away by how this operation was carried out without one single American loss, right? Because that would have been terrible, right? I would have been singing a whole different tune. But just the fact that that didn't happen, just let you know that the Trump administration is carefully and thoughtfully thinking of these plans before they get carried out, right? Because obviously the objective is to make sure if we do this that A, none of our military people get hurt in the process or killed in the process, and B, that we try not to have civilian casualties as well, because so far, you know, there hasn't been any civilian Venezuelan casualties. So that tells you right there that was occupied to do as little damage as possible, but also get the job done. You know what I mean? So shout out to the U.S. military, man. USA! USA! All right.
More military, but it didn't stop the rest.
Who is this from? Okay, this is what I'm talking about, guys, right here. Another day, another unconscionable war from Trump. First off, this ain't a war. We are not at war with any country right now, guys. We're not. We've always been scuttled out throughout the country. Two, this is not unconstitutional. It's not a war, and it's not unconstitutional because Trump, whether you like it or not, Democrats, you may not like it, but you have to accept it. Trump is the president of the United States. He can make calls like this. Nothing about what he did is unconstitutional, and I'm starting to think that it's going to be the same year, the same BS. That is just going to be, well, we got Trump this time. We're going to go ahead and impeach him over something stupid. This is probably what they may hang their hat on. Yeah, nothing about this is unconstitutional. Trump is in his every right to make moves like this because he is the president of the United States. Yes, that's why it's not unconstitutional. He never stepped outside the bounds of the constitutional. Everything he did was constitutional. They're just saying it was unconstitutional because Democrats don't like Trump. So everything he does, they're not gonna like, and they're gonna think it was outside the wall. But really, it wasn't outside the wall, outside the law. It was in the constitutional. So, shout out to Trump. But this is just Democrats crying. Let's see who thinks the Constitution is a suggestion. Okay, well, obviously Trump don't think that. If I can assure you, if you ever watch Trump's full mega rallies, that's all he talked about was protecting the Constitution. It's not a suggestion to him. If it was a suggestion, then Trump would make his own Constitution, right? I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know how to. That's just stupid. That's dumb things that Democrats say that they actually believe because they're stupid. Congress has war powers. Okay, yeah, Congress does have. That's one true thing this Democrat has said so far. That Congress has war powers. Yeah, of course Congress has war powers. Duh. But Republican cowards, okay, now they're blaming Republicans. I don't know. Are hiding under their desk, yeah, blah, 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 while Trump takes orders on and on. Why Trump orders an unauthorized attack against. Okay, well, first off, okay, Trump did order that, and that was brilliant on his part. Good job, Trump, for doing what needed to be done. It wasn't, I mean, I guess you could call it an attack, but really, it was just, I don't know. Sure, you call it an attack if you want to, but either way, it was the right thing to do, and it was constitutional. No laws were broken here whatsoever. What this Democrat fails to see, which is a lot of things, but one of the main things is that we're not at war with Venezuela. We're not. This is not going to cause it to get into war either. So I don't know why this Democrat is calling it a war, but they're not the brightest bulb. You know what I mean? Trump promised peace. Yeah, this is peace. Peace through strength, which Democrats know nothing about whatsoever, because I guarantee if Kamala Harris was in office right now, we would already be in World War III. But this Trump did promise peace through strength. This is peace through strength. You don't think countries take notice of how precision? You got to think about this. This is actually going into another country and doing this. No matter if you like or hate Trump, you have to admit that is impressive. Going into another country and taking your president out alive and bringing him back to your country like a boss. Okay, that's peace through strength. We took out the dictatorship that, by the way, the people of Venezuela wanted this to happen, right? So if Democrats should be happy for the people who didn't like that guy, who they knew, oh, I just made myself stronger, who they knew were, you know, was a bad guy in dictatorship. Democrats should be happy for the people of Venezuela because they're happy for themselves. Now, I mean, look online right now how many people are celebrating. Maybe he'll show some of this in this footage. But this is going to be a long video. I know. But I just got to talk about this stuff, man, because Democrats are off the rockers. They've always have been for a while now. But Trump promised peace. Yeah, this is peace through strength. And delivered chaos. The only chaos Trump has delivered is making the Democrats angry, which he does every day because they just don't like the guy. And so they let their anger for him and their hate for him look past their rationale and just anything he does, you know, they ain't gonna like. So, yeah, I don't know. Nothing you do can make Democrats happy, right? And this statement right here is just ridiculous. But delivered chaos. There is no chaos. It was wham, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. One and done. That was it. Alright, so let's go ahead and skip to some
the party from using this as an opportunity to ask for more money. It's sad because the Democrats open. Only admit they knew next to nothing about the
Yeah.
hows or the whys on this attack. But since it's President
They
Trump,
didn't know, yeah.
Democrats have to default to being against it.
Yeah, exactly what I just said. Since it's President Trump, they always got to be everything he does, against everything he does, even when it was a good thing, which was a good thing.
Media users immediately feigned
Here we go.
anger,
Some
saying their
Democrats right.
expertise in international law.
To
Yeah, let's
their
see.
president, and then saying you're going to charge their president with criminal charges in our country.
Heck yeah, criminal charges. That's what we are charging him with because that's what he deserves. I don't know what we're going to charge his wife with, but maybe she was involved too. But yeah, criminal charges. We are going to get justice for the people of Venezuela because that's what the Venezuelan people want, and that is what they deserve after this tyrant, this dictator, has been ruining their lives for years now. There's a reason why people are out on the streets right now in Venezuela celebrating this, the majority of them. Because they know that in America, this guy will face justice for his crimes. And that's a great thing. That's a good thing. We can do that in America because we're the most powerfulest country in the world. That's why. And it's a good thing too. We're helping other country with the power we have. With great power comes great responsibility. And that's what we're doing. We're using our great power and we're using great responsibility by getting justice for these people who couldn't get justice for themselves. And making this guy pay for the crimes and get criminal charges for what he has done to his own people too, mind you.
It's such an insane breach of sovereignty. I'm like, so shook.
Claiming we're now at war.
Yeah, we're not at war. That's Democrats keep saying that we're not at war. We're not at war. Like, when we're at war, it's up to Congress to declare a state of war. Trump can't just go out there and say, we're at war at Venezuela right now. We're not at war with Venezuela. Congress has to make a declaration of war. I mean, just like the famous speech after Pearl Harbor, right? That's why he said, I'm asking Congress to declare a state of war. Trump would have to do that. Trump can't just come out, we're going to war with Venezuela. No, he has to get, the Congress and go through all that stuff. Constitution, which he would, but he don't have to because we're not at war. This was just a well-planned military accent. Anybody who likes airsoft or strategy games, come on. You even if you don't like Trump, you have to admit this was a good plan, right? And we're not at war, though. I don't know why Democrats keep saying that. We're not at war. This is not World War III at all. This lady right here, she is crazy for thinking that we're at war.
We're officially at war.
I knew it, bro. I knew it.
With the President of Peace at the wheel of the ship. With Venezuela.
No, we're not. We're not at war. It's so dumb.
And announcing our own soldiers.
Yo, so it's being reported right now that Caracas is under attack.
Okay, so I don't know.
This is a message for all active duty. If you ever get this, I want you to know something that...
Yeah, shout out to our great men and women. It seems like this guy's about to diss our great men and women in uniform.
If you are in the Navy, if you are in the Air Force, and you are behind the bombing of Caracas, Venezuela...
Thank you. You did a great job.
America is not behind you.
America is 100% behind you. This fool does not speak for America. He only speaks for himself because he's a dum-dum. Okay? We love all of our men and women in uniform. We do. America has your back 100%. You guys are the real heroes. People in the Navy, people in the Marines, people in the Army. I mean, these are the men and women who sacrifice, who put their own lives on the line to protect our freedoms so we can be as free as we are. We're eternally grateful, and the American people are 100% with you, like got your back. Because if it wasn't for you guys, the military people, we wouldn't have a country. We wouldn't have the freedoms that we do. Like for instance, in Canada and in Germany, right? You post something on Facebook, they can arrest you. That's happening. In this country, you can put that stuff. Yeah, you might get blocked or whatever from Facebook, but you won't face any criminal charges like they're doing in other countries right now. That's how privileged we are as Americans. This guy is another dum-dum.
You will not be celebrated as a hero. You're a piece of shit.
Then asking for enemies.
That's pretty sure the other way around, buddy. When he says that, he's really talking about himself. He's a piece of you know what.
Take or president.
I think I speak for all Americans when I say any country is
Any
welcome
country
to kill
what?
our president.
But at least
Wow. You know what? She should get arrested for death threats like that. Death threats are illegal. I believe in freedom of speech, but when you're sitting there wishing death on people, saying that people, she's just. I mean, that just shows you how some of these Democrats are and liberals, right? They're terrible people, just terrible people.
some liberals aren't idiots.
Please educate yourself before giving your opinion on a subject you know nothing about.
I am Trump's #1 hater. I am also Venezuelan.
Okay, so if she's Venezuelan, then she should know this is a good thing.
Let me tell you, for all of you that are commenting on social media, oh my god, no war, we didn't sign for this. Every single Venezuelan that is not working for the government.
I hope she says this is a good thing, because she knows it's a good thing. She's Venezuelan. She knows the things that this guy has put those people through.
The dictatorship that has been in place for more than 25
Yeah.
years, we are stoked.
And hopefully,
Thank you. Finally, I guess not all the liberals have lost their marbles, but yeah, she's right. She just heard it from a Venezuelan who she claims to be Trump's #1 hater, right? It's a good thing. It is a good thing that we are doing this for the Venezuelan people, and also for America, but mostly for them too. You know?
this is a red pill moment for her, as it's easy for the Democrats to lie to you through the TV, celebrities, and social media censorship, but once they try to push through a lie about something
they'll try and try again.
you are an absolute expert in, you should then realize everything they've told you is also likely a lie. Well, that didn't...
Yeah, everything. Okay, so here, who do we got? Oh, I know there's some protest in New York. New York, what a crap hole city.
stop
Man.
New York City from immediately staging this.
Look, defend Venezuela. I don't even know if Democrat New Yorkers actually know what they're protesting sometimes. You know, because if they knew that the majority of Venezuela actually wanted this, I don't know exactly what they're protesting.
Completely organic and not foreign-funded protest.
We're not at war! If you're a Democrat or liberal, listen. We are not at war. Dumb, man.
A massive criminal bombing campaign on Venezuela.
I can't, because my brain can only take so much dumb in one video. These people are idiots. Let's skip ahead.
Imagine being able to build an app with...
Here's a stupid ad now. First one that popped up in a while. Alright.
World media, Venezuelans correct the record.
Well, this video's been long enough. I think I'm going to end the video there, guys. You guys pretty much get the picture. You know. We're not at war and all that. It just goes on and on. Yeah, I'm going to end the video right there, guys. That's going to do it. And, yeah, well, 2026 is starting out in a way, huh? That's going to do it for me, guys. See you in the next one.